Okay, Cossack Crazies, hey, welcome in. It's been a couple weeks, with the basketball season ending. Getting over that, getting home, getting refreshed, getting back to being ready to get back at it. And here we are today. This is Dordt University down in Sioux Center, Iowa. Our Sioux Valley Cossacks playing softball today. 2 games is what we'll do. It's supposed to be a 4 o'clock start. It's about 4:45 right now, so as a lot of tournaments go, we are running just a tad behind schedule, but here we are at the start of the 2026 campaign for the Sioux Valley Cossacks, fresh off of a state tournament berth last year. Didn't win a game up in Aberdeen, but got there. Punched their ticket through a win in the Sodex 16 over the Lennox Orioles, and then battled in all 3 games in Aberdeen at the state tournament, but a young program that is trying to take that next step, and the next step includes, getting back, I guess. And it's a young squad, a good squad. A couple of good seniors graduate last year, but for the most part, this is a squad that is back together and ready to make a run. They're dealing with a couple of injuries on the Sioux Valley side of things right now, but, as most teams do, you battle through that and fight through that and see what happens. And I think our girls will be just fine today. First opponent of the 2026 campaign is going to be the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. You can see the Chargers there. They were just doing their handshakes. They're in all black today. Our Sioux Valley Cossacks rocking the navies with the gold sleeves and gold trim. So that's how our Sioux Valley Cossacks are coming to this. This facility is the, what's it called? The American State Bank indoor facility, I think is what it's called. Just a big bubble here on the Dordt University campus. And with today's wind and weather, very happy that we are indoors. I don't know how well you can see that, but some of the lamps that are hanging from the ceiling shaking from side to side as the wind is, at least blowing the bubble around a tad. But we're fine in here today. You can see our Sioux Valley Cossacks taking the field. They will be the home team today in the game number 1. And we'll go through those starting lineups here pretty quick here. But welcome in. This is Jason Salzman, another broadcast here on Salz Media. Our exclusive presenter for everything that we do here on Salz Media, Bankstar Financial, with locations in Volga, Brookings, and Elkton. Bankstar provides big-time business with a small-town feel. Looking to finance a home? Need a car loan? How's your retirement plan looking? Stop in today to chat with the local professionals. Bank on the bright side. Bankstar Financial, a proud sponsor of everything we're doing here on Salz Media and the Sioux Valley Cossacks. Our starters today, brought to us by CC's Bar and Grill, downtown Volga. Starting today for our Sioux Valley Cossacks, we're going to have number 12, Cassidy Smith. She's batting first and will play first base. Number 26, batting second, Morgan Lemmy. She'll be at third base today. Batting third, number 6, Sixer, McKinley Schwab. She'll be at shortstop to start game number 1. Batting cleanup, number 31, Audrey Morano. She'll also be at second base today. Batting fifth, number 27, Abby Axtell, the Axe, our pitcher in game number 1. You can see her warming up out there. Batting sixth, number 13, Amelia Jacobson. She will be in center field today. Batting 7th, number 20, JC Olson. She's our catcher today. Batting 8th, number 10, Zoe Hemstead in left field. And batting 9th, number 7, Lila Benson. She'll be in right field today. Those starters for the Sioux Falls Chargers, we'll kind of go through that as we roll. This is going to be Macy Connell first up for the Chargers. And we are about to fire this up. Game number 1 for 2026, Abby Axtell on the mound, delivers, and it'll be a strike to start the 26 campaign. Abby Axtell, one of the core members of the team that went up to Aberdeen in that Class A state tournament just a year ago, and that'll be a foul ball. Tried to bunt, tapped it foul, and it'll be an 0-2 count for Macy Connell. This is number 3 for the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. She will be the center fielder today. But down 0-2 in her first at-bat. Abby delivers, and it'll be a strikeout to start the season. Abby Axtell, the Axe. Fun start for the 2026 campaign. Now batting for the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. And is number 4. This is Sophia O'Neill. She is their shortstop, the left-hander. Cossacks rocking the navy and gold today. There's a foul tip. That'll be another strike. Cossacks in their navy and gold. You can see the Chargers rocking all black today with the white letters in white trim. Sioux Falls Christian typically a blue and white / gray combo, but rocking the road blacks today. There is a shot. Rated Axtell picks that up, and it'll be a 1-3 put out. 2 outs now to start the season. That was Axtell over to Cassidy Smith at first base. 2 outs now, and the Chargers will bring up Sammy Van Senten. She will be the first baseman for the Chargers today, batting third. There's another strike. It's been nothing but strikes so far. The campus of Dordt University today. That is a pop-up into the ceiling, and if it is in foul territory, it's a foul ball. If it hits the ceiling in fair territory, it's a live ball, part of the fun stuff here at Dordt University. Playing indoors, you're playing softball indoors, things are going to happen. You're going to hit a ceiling once in a while. Axtell delivers. That'll be the first ball of the season right there. She wasn't going to hit all strikes. 1-2 now to Sammy Van Senten. Abby gets her sign, will deliver, and there is a big shot, left center field. That'll be over the head of Jacobson out there. That's going to be a double, as that one bounced the fence out there. So our first base runner as well. 2 outs. Chargers now have Van Senten on second base. That'll bring up their cleanup hitter. This is Dahlia Blanchard, the third baseman. Number 22. Axtell delivers just outside. The Axe. 1-0 to Blanchard. 2-0, just inside on that. Get in between innings here. We'll thank some more sponsors, but I'll let you know about this angle that we have today. It's going to work out real well for both games. There's our first strike against Blanchard. 2-1 now. And a fastball, but outside. 3-1 now to the cleanup hitter for the Chargers, Dahlia Blanchard. And that'll be a walk to Blanchard. So 2 girls on now for the Chargers with 2 outs. Top of the first. For the Chargers, this will bring up their number 5 hitter. This is number 2, Kenzie Zobel, a left fielder. Axtell delivers. Big swing and a miss there. Gets ahead of Zobel. Axtell fires. That's into the ceiling, and it'll be McKinley Schwab that runs it down on the bank shot. If it hits the ceiling in fair territory, it is an out. So clear this out. Get to the bottom of the first. There we go. So we're going to run through sponsors today. There's only about 7 innings, so we got to get through all these guys. Starting lineups are brought to us by CC's Bar and Grill. First pitch, there we go, brought to us by Bell Brands today, my regular employer. Bell Brands, the makers of the mini baby bells, the snack cheese of champions. First inning is brought to us by GP Auto. How about top of the first? Brought to us by GP Auto. Graham Peterson and friends, man, a fantastic car repair shop on the east side of Brookings. Grant and Friends, man, they'll get you back on the road. They're out by Dektronics, a fantastic car repair shop for all your oil changes, engine repair, tire replacement. GP, man, a great dude. Proud sponsor of everything we're doing here on Saul's Media and these Sioux Valley Cossacks. The bottom of the first is going to be brought to us by Precision Risk Management. Dave Squires and Friends. Redefining the delivery of crop insurance to the American farmer, leveraging modern farming technology. Thank you, Dave Squires, being a part of everything we do here on Saul's Media as well. This angle that we have today, a lot better than what we had a year ago. Basically, my first softball game that we covered, but the little cage thing that we're on today was occupied last year, so I was more than happy to see this. Put up the old iPad right here in the corner and got us off the turf at least, so we're about 5 feet off the ground. And with the iPad, I guess it'd be about 10 feet off the ground. But gives us a quality angle of our first softball game of the year. So thank you, Dordt University. Thank you, Beersford Watchdogs, putting on this tournament and allowing me to just kind of hang out wherever I'm asked to go. Batting leadoff. That's an outside pitch. It'll be ball one. This is number 12, Casty Smith, our first baseman today. Casty, pivotal in that Sodex 16 victory over the Lennox Orioles. She had a fantastic Big East tournament like the week before that. It was a swing and a miss. It'll be 1-1 to Casty Smith. So a young star here with Sioux Valley. Batting leadoff today, Casty Smith. One and one. Bunt try, gets it down, good bunt. And Casty's going to run that out. The speedster shows that. And it'll be a bunt single to start the season for Sioux Valley. Casty, good job on that. That'll bring up our number 2 hitter. This is number 26, Morgan Lemmy, our third baseman today for game number 1. Morgan Lemmy getting herself ready. Casty Smith on first. And it'll be a ball to start to Lemmy. Pitching for Sioux Falls Christian, that is Jada Roskup. There is a big shot into foul territory, off the ceiling, back into play, but since it hit in foul territory, that's foul ball. So 1-1 to Morgan Lemmy. Sioux Falls Christian, we've seen them star in just about everything they do. Seems like every team they have is playing for postseason things. 1-2 now after the foul tip by Morgan Lemmy. Sioux Falls Christian boys just ended up taking runner-up in the boys Class A tournament basketball style. I was out in Rapid City. West Central getting their first championship in, 20-some years, I think. West Central was on the other softball field here earlier today. A lot of familiar names. 2-2 now to Lemmy. There is a foul ball into the roof once again. How do you say it? Roof or rough? Goes both ways. The chair I have up here just moved. I don't like that. Things are moving. Another foul ball into the ceiling. Count's going to stay 2-2. Lemmy in a battle with Roskup. Casty Smith on first base. Ready to take off over there. And it'll be a swing and a miss for Morgan Lemmy. So a hard battle, but Roskup wins that one. One out now for Sioux Valley, and that'll bring up number 6. This is the third hitter in the lineup. This is McKinley Schwab. Our shortstop today, Mick. Sixer. Smoke, as we were calling her last year with the velocity of her pitches. Sixer's going to show bunt, pull that back. Trying to steal second. Cassidy Smith slides in there. So nice job. Officially, that was... It was one strike is what I'm told. Okay. So McKinley Schwab settling in now. Cassidy Smith in scoring position. Outside. Schwab will watch that go by. 1-1 now for McKinley Schwab, our shortstop today, batting third. Bottom of the first here at Dordt University. The bubble. That is lifted into right field, still drifting. It'll be off the glove of the center fielder, now rolling to the fence. Cassidy Smith coming around. That'll be the first run of the season. Schwab's going to stop at third. Should we give her a triple? I think we should give her a triple. Just missed a home run. That was right in front of the fence out there in right center field. Sioux Valley is going to take a 1-0 lead on the triple by Schwab as she starts her season off the right way. And this will bring our cleanup hitter to the plate. Number 31, Audrey Morano. Audrey, our second baseman today, at least in game number 1. Low as well, 2-0 to Audrey Morano. Cleanup hitter for game number 1. So our second baseman. So Roskup, after giving up the triple, Schwab is sitting on third. And that'll be a strike in the outside corner. 2-1 to Morano. So Schwab's in a good spot there. 1 out for Sioux Valley. So anything on the ground, she's going to eyeball at third base. Something in the air, she'll just tag up and hope to score. Morano's got a great opportunity to get an RBI here. We'll swing through that. 2-2. 2-2 now to Morano. Gets a nice hit on that off the legs of the second baseman. And it'll be a single by Morano. Schwab will score. So Morano does her work. Gets a nice hit right there. Still 1 out, and Sioux Valley's going to take a 2-0 lead. And that'll bring the fifth hitter to the plate. This is number 27, Abby Axtell, our pitcher for game number 1, the Axe. Abby digs in, watches that on the outside corner, 1-0. A little bit of a later start than we were hoping for today, about 45 minutes behind schedule as far as the 4 o'clock on paper start time. Second game is slated for 6 p.m. That might also be late. That is lifted right down the right field line, and it'll drop fair right inside the foul line. Morano's going to head over to third. Axtell running to second. It'll be a double right inside the right field line. The right fielder kind of dove for it, and it dropped right inside the white stripe. So with 1 out now, Morano is at third. Abby Axtell, the double to start her season. That'll bring Amelia Jacobson, this is number 13, our center fielder, to the plate. Mia. A great opportunity here. 2 runners in scoring position. It's 2-0 already. Trying to add to that. Jacobson will watch pitch number 1, and it'll be inside. So a 1-0 count for Amelia Jacobson. There's a strike outside corner. 1-1 now to Jacobson. Audrey Morano on third. Abby Axtell on second. Jacobson with 2 runners in scoring position here. Swing through that. It'll be a 1-2 count with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Jacobson looking down at third base coach and head coach Tatum Sonnenberg, getting some instructions there. Jacobson back in the box, ready. Roskup fires. That'll be inside. Good eye there. It's a tough take with 2 strikes. Jacobson a veteran, though. Roskup fires. Inside on that. Jacobson fights it all the way back to a full count. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. It's a 2-0 lead. Jacobson trying to add to it. 2 runners in scoring position. And that'll be outside after going down 1-2 in the count. It'll be a walk to load the bases. And that'll bring our 7-hitter in lineup, number 20, J.C. Olson, our catcher today. Once again, another great opportunity here for the Cossacks. Bottom of the first. Bases are juiced. J.C.'s going to foul that just past the, well, we'll call that a dugout, the Sioux Valley side of the fence. So fouls that right into the rough. 0-1 to J.C. Olson. That's outside. 1-1 now. Good opportunity here. J.C. Olson's going to lift this. You're going to see 3 runners kind of tagging on it. Ground ball, everyone's wheeling. That pitch will be outside. 2-1 now to J.C. Olson. A walk would obviously bring everyone around, keep the bases juiced. Because that's looking to be aggressive. Start their season with a big win here over the Christian Chargers. That'll be a strike in the outside corner. 2-2 now. As I was mentioning, Sioux Falls Christian pretty much, they're pretty good at everything. Got a good football team. Got an unbelievable volleyball team. Man, Christian's got a great volleyball program. It'll be too low, full count. Christian has won many titles on the volleyball side of things. And now their basketball teams, competing for state titles on a regular basis now. Just a year removed from winning a state title on the boys' side. The girls also. There's a shot right up the middle. Picked up by the shortstop. Fires over to first. It'll be 1 out. No double play there. So, Aud Morano is going to score. Axtell to third. Amelia Jacobson to first. And J.C. Olson's going to be out on the 6-3 putout. But an RBI at the same time. And now we've got first base unoccupied as number 10, Zoe Hemstead, gets in the box. Big swing and a miss for Zoe. Zoe Hemstead, left fielder today, batting in the 8th spot in the lineup. But still 2 girls out there in scoring position with Axtell on third, Jacobson on second. There's a shot. Shortstop again will pick that up, fire it across, and a good play. So that's going to do it for the first inning. So 2 left on, but a good bottom of the first to start our season. So he is out of a 6-3 putout. Okay, I think I'm all caught up there. Yes, we move to the second inning, top of, and that'll allow us to do another sponsor here. Health Source Chiropractic brings us our top of the second. Health Source Chiropractic, Justin and Luke, man, a fantastic chiropractor shop right on 22nd Avenue in Brookings. Experience top quality care. To find lasting pain relief, pain-free is carefree. Get on down to Justin and Luke, man, Health Source Chiropractic. Sponsors of our Health Source halftime show during the halftime sports that we do. We don't have that with softball or baseball. but fantastic sponsor through football and volleyball and both basketball squads. He'll serve a huge part of everything we're doing here on Sauls Media. A proud sponsor of Sioux Valley Athletics. Plenty more sponsors to go through. You can see some of them rolling across the corner of the screen. We'll get to all of them as we get through this game. So we move to the top of the second. Abby Axtell, our pitcher. There's a big single right up the middle. It is number 8, Taylor Dittman. So a single to start. That was Taylor Dittman, the catcher for Sioux Falls Christian. And that'll bring the pitcher to the plate. This is Jada Roskup. Axtell delivers just outside. The throw down to first, just a little bit late. It was Taylor Dittman who had got a good lead, kind of slipped on trying to get back to first. Cossacks couldn't get her, though. So a 1-0 count to Roskup. Now 2-0. That gets past J.C. Olson. That'll allow Dittman to scoot on down to second. So now a 2-0 count for Roskup. Fouled off into the Sioux Valley side. 2-1 now. There's a shot down the first base line. Cassidy Smith will pick it up on the foul side of things. So now 2-2 to Jada Roskup. They'll be out here in the bottom of the second, or top of the second inning. Sorry, top. Sioux Valley, the home team for game number 1. Dittman on second. There's a tapper. Axtell picks that up, fires it over to first. Over the head of Cassidy Smith. That'll go into the netting. Cassidy's going to throw it down as second. Roskup is picked off trying to get to second, but that will allow Dittman to come all the way around. So we've got one out. Base is now cleared as Dittman was able to come all the way around. That is officially a reach on an error, I think, and then thrown out. So it was the 1, 3, 4 put out to Jada Roskup, trying to get that to second, and that'll bring the 8th hitter in the lineup. This is Sarah Preheim, the second baseman. She is number 10 for Sioux Falls Christian, and that is a ball. I missed the first one. Our umpire will tell us that. 1-1 is the count. There we go. So Axtell will get her signed. Digs in, fires that. That is tapped up the left side. It hits the roof, comes back into fair play, and it'll be McKinley Schwab that finds that. And a nice catch. So we call that an F6 as it hit the ceiling in fair territory and came back. So now 2 outs for the Chargers. Actually, no. We're going to say that hit the ceiling in foul territory is the call. So back down to 1 out. A 1-2 count for Preheim. That'll be tapped in the netting. It'll stay at 1-2. So after I had everything written down, Sarah Preheim still alive here with a 1-2 count. Just 1 out now. So Schwab caught that, but it was off the roof in foul territory. That goes off the roof right in front of me here. Still a 1-2 count. With 1 out. Axtell on the mound. Battling with Sarah Preheim. Good pitch there. It's tapped foul. So it'll stay a 1-2 count. Next inside on that. It's 2-2. Preheim in a good battle here. That'll be a strike in the outside corner. Good strikeout. So after Preheim put that into the ceiling, and it was caught by Schwab at shortstop, it was ruled that it hit the ceiling in foul territory. She got a couple more tries, and it'll be a strikeout that gets her. And now we move to the bottom of the lineup for Sioux Falls Christian. Strike to start. This is Jamie Murillo. She is the right fielder for the Chargers. Now battling with 2 outs and an 0-2 count. 2 strikes for Murillo as well. Abby Axtell trying to get through this inning with just the 1 given up. That's just inside 1-2 now. Here is a strike in the outside corner. Another strikeout for Axtell, and that'll do it for the top of the second. Let me do that. 3-1, our score. Strikeout to end it. So no hits officially. Well, there was 1 hit. Taylor Dittman had the single to get on. She scored on the error. Roscup gunned down at second base, trying to stretch that into 2 bases. And then a couple of strikeouts to end it. Axtell with her 3rd strikeout so far today. And that'll move us to the bottom of the second inning. Bottom of the second inning is going to be brought to us by Advantage Land Company, a fantastic real estate and auction business in downtown Brookings. Expose your dirt. If your family's got any real estate or auction needs, contact Jackson and Megan at 692-2525. Hey, your boy. Thank you, Advantage Land, for being a huge sponsor. Sioux Valley supporter. 1 strike. This is Lila Benson, our right fielder. She is in the 9 spot today. Benson will swing through that. An 0-2 count for Benson. Bottom of the second, a 3-1 lead for Sioux Valley. Good start to the season so far. It'll be too low. Good eye by Benson. 1-2 now. Came down here last year. The squad had 3 games. Played in the morning, had to sit around for a while, and then played 2 more through the afternoon. They were just kind of wore out. So I think the Beersford Watchdogs kind of redid how they do this round robin thing. Everybody gets 2 games now. Benson's going to swing through that. Strikeout for Benson. 1 out now here in the bottom of the second. So it's better for the players, I think. Certainly the parents that travel around with all these teams. Instead of sitting for hours at a shot, you just show up and try to go back-to-back. And that's what Sioux Valley's going to do today. It's supposed to be a 4 o'clock start. A little late on that. About a 4:45 start. Second game today is slated for 6, but might be a little bit late on that as well. So it's just better all around for not only the players and teams getting here and travel. You don't have to sit around throughout the afternoon. Better for the parents. They can plan a little bit better for it. Just 2 games rather than 3, but our Sioux Valley Cossacks came down here last year. Had a tough day. It was a tough game in the morning, and then they just never really quite recovered. I think they started 0-3 to start their season. They may have lost their first game to start a doubleheader like a few days later, and then got off and running after that. That is also inside. 3-0 now to our leadoff hitter, Cassidy Smith. Cassidy playing first base for it. She had a bunt single to start the season, then scored on the Schwab triple. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk to our leadoff hitter. Should be sitting on first base now with Morgan Lemmy coming to the plate. Morgan Lemmy a strikeout in the first. Trying to get her first hit of the season. Trying to bunt. Cassidy Smith was on the move. Bunt is going to be tapped foul. So it'll be an 0-1 count for Morgan Lemmy with speedster Cassidy Smith on first base, ready to take advantage of whatever scenario pops open here. Big swing and a miss for Lemmy. Swings right through that. 0-2 now. One out here in the bottom of the second. It's a 3-1 lead for Sioux Valley so far. Here at Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. Swing through that. Smith on the move. She'll steal second on the strikeout. But now 2 outs. Cassidy Smith up to second base with a stolen base. Lemmy, her second strikeout of the day. She'll be out number 2, and that'll bring McKinley Schwab to the plate. Our shortstop for game number 1. Sixer. Mick. Smoke is going to take a big cut at that. Outside officially, 0-1. Count for McKinley Schwab. Very lively, animated player. Always talking, always dancing. There is a big shot right into the roof. It's going to bounce just past second base, through the glove of the shortstop, and it's going to be called a foul ball officially as it tapped the ceiling in foul territory and went all the way out to second base. So officially an 0-2 count. Cassidy Smith will go back to second. Mick will watch that outside. 1-2 now. Cassidy Smith getting a workout on the bases. Just stole second, just motored around all the way home. Only to be told to go back to second base and do it all over. Schwab's ready. Big shot down the third baseline. Good pickup. The throw across is going to be the third out. So Schwab with the 5-3 put out. That'll do it for the second inning. No hits, 1 left on. A couple of strikeouts for Roska up on the Sioux Falls Christian side of things. But we move to the top of the third with a 3-1 lead. That means we get to thank another sponsor here. Top of the third inning is going to be brought to us by Kraft Chop House and Lounge. Utilizing homegrown, fresh ingredients, Kraft offers elegantly handcrafted dishes, hand-cut steaks, amazing pastas, award-winning burgers, and unparalleled Sunday brunch, and they make their own cheesecakes. Whether you're on a lunch break, taking the fam out for supper, or enjoying date night, make Kraft your culinary destination. Thank you, Kraft Chop House and Lounge, right on 6th and Maderi in Brookings. Being a sponsor of everything we're doing here on Saul's Media, and being a sponsor of Sioux Valley Athletics. Bring them all the way down here to Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. No good way, no straight, easy way to get to Sioux Center, Iowa. Ended up going to I-90 and then over to Brandon and south out of there. There's a lot of different options. You can go all the way down to the Canton exit and come across. You can go all the way down to Beersford exit and come across. If you want to take 75 down, you can go over to Laverne on I-90 and take that all the way down. Or, any combination of things in between. But it's about an hour and 45 minutes. The wind was the challenge day. That is lifted into foul territory. Some parents getting their hands ready. Thrown back in by the parents. That's the Sioux Valley guys down there. There's a lot of them that are out in some bleachers. Past right field out there as well. But for the leadoff hitter, this is Macy Connell. She'll tap that foul as well. That'll roll over to the head coach, I believe, for Sioux Falls Christian. She'll throw that back into play. 1 and 2 now after back-to-back foul balls. This is number 3, Macy Connell. She plays center field for the Chargers. She had a strikeout in the first inning. Axtell is going to get her to tap that to third. Picked up by Morgan Lemmy and fired across. It'll be a 5-3 putout. Good play by Morgan Lemmy. So 1 out now here in the top of the third. And that'll bring the number 2 hitter in the lineup. This is Sophia O'Neill. Shortstop, she's number 4. Axtell with 3 strikeouts so far on her day. That'll be tapped off the end of the bat, foul. O'Neill's going to start with an 0-1 count. Another fun Dordt University story. That was dramatic effect. Tapped. Axtell not in time. That was tapped so slow to Axtell that she couldn't pick it up and throw it over in time. O'Neill showing off her speedster abilities. So an infield single off the excuse me bunt. So with 1 out, Sammy Van Santen will step in with 1 teammate on. And that is going to be a stolen base. So Sophia O'Neill is a speedster. We've got a 1-strike count for Sammy Van Santen, but a stolen base by O'Neill. Axtell fires that. That's going to be fouled into the roofing to my right. Van Santen with an 0-2 count now. A fun Dordt University story. Their girls basketball squad, their women's basketball side, it's women's at the collegiate level, just took runner-up in the NAIA